So today in Hacks auf Deutsch, I'm going to be showing you a way to simplify those dreaded adjectival endings. So first of all, what are adjectival endings? Basically, every time we use a describing word or an adjective in German, we must use an appropriate ending. The ending we use is dependent on whether the noun we are describing in the sentence is A, masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural, and B, in the nominative, accusative, dative or adjective case. And most importantly, if it is paired with a definite article, indefinite article, or no article at all. So if you're in Leaving Cert German and have studied the adjectival endings, then you're definitely familiar with these bad boys here. So these three tables represent all our possible scenarios for adjectival endings and what endings we need to use. So I'm just going to do a quick example to demonstrate how we use adjectival endings with this sentence here. The big man has a nice girlfriend with blue eyes. So this is not a very good sentence grammatically, but it's going to do the job today and serve as purpose for the video. So the first thing we're going to do is decide which words are nouns, adjectives, prepositions, articles, and a verb. So straight away, I'm going to find our nouns. So man, so person, place, thing, man, girlfriend, and eyes are all our nouns there. Okay, so I'm going to go in and find what... So there are nouns. I'm going to find our adjectives. So we've got big, nice, blue. All our describing words there. Next thing is prepositions. So I've got with is a preposition. That's about it for this sentence. And our articles we have are a, which is the indefinite article, and the, which is the definite article. And last but not least, our verb today is has. Okay, so now we need to decide what case... the gender of the verbs. We'll do the cases in a second. The gender of the nouns. So I've got our first noun here is man. So man is quite obviously a masculine noun. So I'm going to do a blue M there just to notate that. We've got girlfriend here. And girlfriend is again obviously a feminine noun. And then we've got eyes. Our eyes is obviously, because we've got the S on the end, that is a plural noun. Okay? So now we need to decide what case the nouns are in. So it's safe to say that the man is the subject of the sentence. So I'm going to label him nominative, because nominative is the subject of the sentence. The girlfriend is the direct object of the sentence. What does he have? He has a girlfriend. The verb is, the girlfriend is being verb, I suppose you could say. So I'm going to label that as accusative. And finally here, eyes are dative because of this little preposition here, with, which translates into mit, which is a dative preposition. We'll turn what's coming after it into dative case. Okay, so how does this relate to our adjectives? So we're just going to write out the sentence without the adjectival endings, just the root of the adjectives. So I've got der, and this is big, gross, without the ending, man. Hat is has. Since it's feminine, is going to be eine. And nice is going to be net without the ending. So I'm just going to leave a little thing for the endings there. Freundin is girlfriend. Mit, I said, was with. Blue without thing is blau without the ending. And eyes, Augen. Okay? So since we have der here, let's go and get those endings. Since we have der here, which is a definite article, we're going to go to this bit here. And we said it was masculine, so let's go down that column. And it's neuter, nominative. So E is our ending. So der große Mann. Okay, so next bit, we're going to see what's up with net here. We can see this article is eine, which is indefinite, so let's go to that table. And we said feminine because Freundin was feminine, so let's go to that column. And it's accusative, so we get E again, accusative E. Okay, so for our Augen, blaue Augen, or blauen Augen, let's find out what we have. So we go to the no article table. because this doesn't have an article before it. And we said it was plural, so let's go to that one, and dative. So we end up with blauen Augen. Now, as you can see, these tables are really handy, but that is an awful lot to be writing in your exam. That's why today's hack auf Deutsch, that's where this comes in. You can actually condense all three of these tables here into one, like this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Draw out your the no article table, like this. And if you know your definite article table, this should be fairly easy as the endings are kind of similar. I'll show you that there. So this is my definite article table. As you can see, there's an ER here, an E here, there's an S there, so that's ES, and then EN, E, ES, kind of goes on like that. They kind of have similarities. The only place that kind of thing doesn't work is in the genitive case, because you've got the ES here and the EN, so just be careful of that. But that can really be handy in learning this off, so make sure you know your definite article table. Okay, so now here's the fun page. Once you have that drawn out, so that's our table with when we have no article, we're going to get a coloured pen, so I like to use blue, and I'm going to kind of make a little box around these 5 endings here. Okay. Now, if you look at your definite article endings table, you can see that all of these endings are E. So draw an arrow with a little E in the same colour pen as you made the box, okay? Can you see that? These are all E, and these are all going to be now E, okay? Now, the rest of it in the definite article box is EN. So I can draw a box around everything else in the same colour pen. And I'm going to draw a little line with EN. Okay, so now I'm going to get this pen and kind of make a code. So this is the definite article endings. So now, when I say, like for this example here, der große Mann, I'm going to say man is masculine, and we said the case was nominative, and I know it's the definite article, so I'm just going to go to there, and I know that it's my blue box, so now that's why I found out that that's E, because everything in this box is E, okay? Now I'm going to find another colour for the indefinite article. Now, if you look at the indefinite article box here, you can see that the same endings are EN as were with the definite article. So I'm going to draw another box around these for my indefinite articles. And I'm just going to underline this EN here so I know that it's still AN, okay? So that's indefinite. The great thing about this is that the indefinite endings for the remaining 5 are the same as the no endings. So if I put a little box around these here, they're the exact same as the ones for the no articles. So these endings here are your endings for the indefinite articles. So what you can do is like do a little green thing here just to remind yourself that these are the indefinite article endings as well as the no article endings there. Okay, so now what we've done is we have these 3 boxes just condensed into one. So that's really handy. And I'm just going to label my no article is in black as well. So let's do that for here. So we have our indefinite article, eine Freundin, eine nette Freundin. So we said Freundin was feminine, so let's go to our feminine row. And we said it was accusative, didn't we? So if we look at this, it's the indefinite article we said, so that is E. So we said that was E, so that's perfect. And now for our blauen Augen, or mit blauen Augen, it's no article, so that just works the exact same as here. You just ignore all the rest and go straight to our things. So we said mit was dative, Augen was plural, so then we get an E in there. So it works the exact same way as these did. Okay, so now with that in mind, let's do exam questions with this box. So today I have 2013 Angewandte grammatik. is the second part, so I'm just going to fold that over there. We'll ignore the first bit. Okay, so when I approach this question, I have my table drawn out on extra paper, so I'm going to put that up there. We'll get this out of the way altogether, actually. Okay, so I've got my table drawn out. That's going to be on my extra paper that I asked the examiner for at the start of the exam. So the first thing I do when I approach this question is find the nouns and the genders for the nouns. So I've got, this is done for me already, but I'm just going to do it. Schwein is neuter. This here is going to be neuter as well, and you can even, if you didn't know that, you could just tell that from the das there, because it's in the nominative, that's going to be neuter too. Kopf, that is masculine. Now we've got Glasaugen, so Augen is going to be neuter, so I'm just going to use a pencil for that. Fell, again, we've got another neuter. Augen is going to be plural. Menschen, again, plural. Weihnachtsgeschenk, that's a compound word, so we're just going to look at the second part, which is Geschenk, and we know Geschenk is neuter. And then Erfahrung here, so that is feminine. Leuten, another plural. And then Schwein, as we said earlier, that's going to be neuter. So I'm just going to make a little code for myself so I don't get confused. So this is neuter, feminine, plural. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is find those pesky prepositions. So do I have any here? Okay, so very first off the bat, we've got mit, and mit, as we know, is a dative preposition, so we're just going to put a D beside that. Okay, coming on, we've got another mit here, so that's dative again, and lo and behold, we've got another mit. So that's it as far as prepositions go, so I'm going to do a little, those are my prepositions. Okay, so now we get on to the articles. So I'm just going to do one underline for the definite, and then a double underline for the indefinite articles. Okay, so what do we have? We've got das, definite article. We've got, what else do we have? Eine here, so that's indefinite, so I'm going to put 2 there. Mine here. Mine is treated the exact same as ein with adjectival endings, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much everything. So let's go to our table and figure this out. So our very first one, gross. So we've got a definite article, so we're going to go straight to our blue. Definite articles, so I'm ignoring everything else, just E and EN here. So it was a neuter, and I said that, okay, I'm going to say that this is nominative because it is the subject of the sentence. The I actually don't know what that means, but it doesn't matter, this thing. Okay, so nominative, neuter, that's going to be an E, okay? Okay, so our next thing is dick. So we said that's masculine. Oh, we've got a seinem here. We missed that, which is actually indefinite as well. It works the same way as eine. Okay, so we're going to use that. We're going to use our green box. So we said it was dative. We said Kopf was masculine, so masculine dative. Indefinite article, that's en. So this is a plural. Glasaugen. We've got no preposition here, so we're going to ignore all the scribbles over it. We're just going to look straight at that table. So we said it was plural. Hatte. So that will be has blue. I want to say accusative. Okay, I'm going to say accusative for that. Okay, so is fell, so it was, so this is the subject of the sentence, because the coat was red. So this one's quite confusing, because we're not used to having so much before the verb, but because you can kind of see, because this is before, this doesn't work in all instances, but it's right before the verb, so this is the subject of the verb. Also, the coat was red, so the coat is the subject of the sentence. So we've got neuter. There's no article, so we've got neuter, no article, and we said it was nominative, so that's Weichesfell. So we've got mit here for the outgoing. Mit is dative, so this gets a dative ending, so dative plural will be en. Okay, from mention is plural. We've got no article. So the people are laughing. So we're gonna say that's a nominative. So we're gonna go to plural, nominative, nothing, which is gonna be an E. Okay. All sie mein schön. Okay, so the next one, all sie mein schön. Geschenk sein. So we said Geschenk was neuter. Let's find what case this is in. So they saw the thing. So this is, the Christmas present. So this is the object of the sentence. So that's going to be accusative. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to find, since the mine is treated, we treat those adjectival endings in the same way as we treat our indefinites. We're going to use our indefinite table here for this one. Okay, so all the objects. So indefinite table. It's going to be the neuter ending accusative, so that's going to be es. Okay, for mich war es eine Erfahrung. So a really handy thing we can do here, because this is eine, is that if you have your indefinite article table, we see here that there is only 2 times where eine comes up, so it has to be feminine. It has to be either nominative or accusative. And if we actually look at our table here, for feminine, nominative, and accusative, it's only ever E is the ending, so we can just throw E straight in there for that ending. Mit, fremd, so with, that tells us straight away that this is going to be in the dative case. So we're going to go dative. We don't have any articles, so we're ignoring all the writing. Leuten is plural, so dative plural, en. And okay, so last one is probably the easiest one here, thank God. Das Schwein. So we have the definite article here, very nice. So we're going to use our E and en here. And Schwein, so this is going to be nominative, because it's the subject of the sentence. So the thing, the pig has, so it's doing the verb, so that's why it's nominative. So let's go to the table. Nominative, neuter. We said we've got our definite article, so that's going to be E. Okay, so now this might seem to you like a lot of work just for one question, like learning off this table, but it doesn't. And this actual question type doesn't come off often in the Angewandte grammatik. But there are 3 other places that the adjectival endings are kind of necessary. So the first one I'm going to show you is the 2015 Angewandte grammatik, and you get this type of question a lot in the Angewandte grammatik. So what it basically is they ask us to figure out whether they underline a noun. They say, is it singular or plural? They say, is it masculine, feminine, neuter? And then if it's singular, and then they ask for the case. So knowledge of that adjectival endings can be really useful when it comes to things like this. So this sentence reads, Elizabeth hat im Seniorenheim eine einige Wohnung. So, well, straight away for me, when I see UNG, I know that that's going to be feminine straight off the bat. But if we didn't know that, we can go to our adjectival ending, which is E. So as we can see here, that'll give us a clue to what the gender of this noun is. Okay. Another place where adjectival endings are useful is in the Ausgangsthema and the letter. So you can gain a lot of marks by having like in-depth knowledge of this grammar. Okay, so that's everything.